Okay, hi guys. So today I have a very special guest with me. Her name is Miss Davis. And Miss Davis is here to help me show you guys how to actively listen in pairs. Okay? And you may be asking, why are we going to learn this today? Why is it important for us to know how to actively listen in pairs? And I would say that we do pair work very often, don't we? Yes, we do. And so whenever we're working in pairs, we both want to be as beneficial as we can so that we can benefit the other when it comes to working, right? You don't want your partner to just sit there and not know what you're doing. You want to be able to help them so y'all both can work together to have the best outcome of your work. Okay, so me and Miss Davis is going to demonstrate to you two different ways, well, not really ways, more types of active listening that we may see often, and you are going to decide which one is correct and which one is not. Okay, are you ready? So me and Miss Davis together are going to go through the book, The Handwriting Fairy by Anna Ingram. Can we scoot a little bit closer, Miss Davis? Is that okay with you? Okay. Grab your pencil, it's time to write. You've been practicing hard, no need to fright. Handwriting is fun when you have a special visitor, a tiny fairy who loves to sprinkle glitter. Meet the handwriting fairy who stays in her home, behind a tiny door in your classroom where she likes to roam. The handwriting fairy is very picky. If you capitalize and use punctuation in saying the lines, it won't be too tricky. Place your work on the desk and tables for the handwriting fairy to see. Lay it out flat and no glitter will be there. Or no glitter will be there. Sorry, Miss Davis. I read that wrong. When there's not a student in sight, the handwriting fairy wiggles her fingers and takes flight. She zooms around the room looking for beautiful letters and spacing too. A little glitter here, a little glitter there. The handwriting fairy sprinkles glitter everywhere. Spinning, twirling, sparkling, until the handwriting fairy suddenly stops. Oh no, she says. She sees messy handwriting and no name on top. Uh-oh, I see some of that sometimes too. No glitter for this writing, maybe tomorrow. Double check your work, she doesn't want any sorrow. She keeps flying, sparkle, sparkle, dot, dot. She twirls high into the air until she's almost caught. Do you like this book so far, Miss Davis? Mm-hmm. She hears the door creak and sees a student peek. She flies to the door without a peep. The class is back and they see their writing, covered with glitter, sparkling and shining. The handwriting fairy looks from behind her door, delighted to see the students writing some more. Tomorrow's a new day. The handwriting fairy can't wait for the room to be quiet, your handwriting on display. Okay, we're gonna stop there because I'm halfway through the book, but I wanna ask Miss Davis what's something that she thought was interesting about the book, or something that she may wanna write down on her paper that we found, or maybe a question.
I didn't really get all of it.
Okay. So, were you listening to me whenever I was reading it?
Sort of.
Okay. So if we're working on a project together, is there anything you would want to write on the paper?
I could probably think of something.
Okay. So guys, is that how we demonstrate active listening in pairs? No. That was funny, wasn't it? So Miss Davis was obviously fidgeting, swinging, like not really listening to me. And I made sure that I was showing her the book so that we can read through it together, right? But she wasn't really paying attention. And I made sure to get close to her, but I respectfully asked her if I can move closer. And she said yes, but she still was not listening. So now I'm going to continue to go through the book, but sometimes when we're doing these types of activities, you guys would popcorn read and you would read one paragraph and then the next. But today I'm just gonna read through the entire book, okay? And we're gonna see how Miss Davis acts this time, okay? She hears the door creak and sees a student peek. She flies back to her door without a peek. The class is back and they see their writing covered with glitter, sparkling and shining. The handwriting fairy looks from behind the door. She's delighted to see the students writing some more. Tomorrow's a new day. The handwriting fairy can't wait for the room to be quiet, your handwriting on display. Now, the handwriting fairy can finally relax. Phew, it's time to take a nap. She closes her eyes and dreams of exclamation points and question marks too. Being the handwriting fairy is the best job ever. Nothing else would do. Next time you write, remember the handwriting fairy, her glitter shining bright. Your work may sparkle, but the real star is you. The handwriting fairy loves all the writing you do. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't show y'all the page. See, you're taking a nap. Keep up the good work and don't be afraid to try. The handwriting fairy is always nearby, behind the tiny door where she likes to stay, ready to fly over your writing today. Sparkle, sparkle, dot, dot, the handwriting fairy can't wait to see all that you've taught. The end. Okay, Miss Davis. So was there anything now that you would like to maybe ask about the book or like your findings?
I had a question about what a couple words meant.
Okay, I'll try my very best to answer it.
What does delighted mean?
Okay, so delighted means, and let me stop really quick because sometimes it is okay if you do not know the word, but the best thing that you can do if you don't know a word is go get a dictionary. So I would tell Miss Davis, maybe we should go over and get a dictionary together and figure it out because that could be a good word that we put on our writing, right? Was there anything else?
Also an exclamation point. Why do you put that at the end of the sentence?
Well, what from I know is an exclamation point you put at the end of the sentence to basically show an emotion of like you're excited or like you really want to say this sentence and you have enthusiasm about it. But that's good because now we can put exclamation points in our project or our writing together, right?
Right.
So did you like this book? Do you think we can use this to go work on our project together?
I do. I think it benefit us a lot.
Okay, that's exciting. Okay, thank you, Miss Davis, for being here.
Y'all have a good day.
Everybody. Okay, so now that we saw me and Miss Davis demonstrate, I want to talk to you guys about what you noticed of our partnership and what was good about it, what you want to take into your groups whenever you break off. So, does anyone have any ideas? Yes.
I noticed that she was following along with her eyes.
Following along. That is good. I would also say that Miss Davis was following along when Miss Fickle was reading. Is there anything else anyone noticed?
She was nodding her head.
Yes, she was. Okay. What else?
She wrote down notes when she was talking.
She wrote down notes and she had those notes ready for whenever we were done, right? Okay, I want to hear just a few more, okay?
She asked questions after.
She asked questions. Now, you don't always have to ask a question, but if you do have a question and you're curious about it, you can always ask your peer, and if you and your peer do not know the answer, you can come to Miss Fickwit or you can ask 3 and then me. So if you want to figure it out, but what do we say whenever we are trying to find a word that we don't know? Go to your dictionary, exactly. Okay, let me hear just a few more, maybe 2 more.
She was leaning in.
She was leaning in because Miss Fickwit turned to her and asked, can I get closer to you so that we could both read without having loud voices in the classroom? Good, I like that one. Yes. Okay, one more.
She gave eye contact.
She gave eye contact. I like that. That is a good one. Let's go over here. Okay. So now that we have all of our things that we noticed about Miss Fickwit and Miss Davis's working together in a pair, actively listening, I'm going to keep this up here for you guys to reference back for whenever we do our next assignment, okay? Okay, so the last thing that we are going to do is I'm going to give you guys an article that you're going to read together, and at the very end of the article is a few questions that you're going to answer together and collaborate. So whenever I give you this, I want you to break off into your pairs and read this together, popcorn read, and look back at this and see what you should be doing during your active listening and reading out loud to each other. Okay? Okay. Here you go. Here's a few of them. Okay. Oh, your article's on the other side. Sorry, I'm passing them out upside down. While you're doing this, I'm going to be walking around and just checking in to see how you guys are doing, if you have any questions for me, and if you need any help or if you need any references to know exactly what you should be doing in your active listening pairs. All right, get started and have fun, guys.